Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football here in the Rio Grande Valley at the Mid-Valley 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here is one of our favorite head coaches in the state of Texas, the head coach of the Mission Vets Patriots, Coach David Gilpin. Coach, as always, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you being down here. It always means a lot. You know, I've said this so many times. The Texas football brand and what y'all do for high school football means so much. So for you to take the time down here and be out here and take a look at our boys down here in the Rio Grande Valley means a lot. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. It is good to see you, and it's always good to see Texas football in the house for sure.
It's good to be down here in the Valley. Love coming down here to visit, and I eat some good food, meet some good people, and watch some good football. It's nothing better than that. So first off, you guys are out here playing SQT, hoping to go to College Station. You've been a couple of times.
Yes, sir.
For you guys and your program specifically, why is 7-on-7 important, and how does it benefit you guys?
Okay, there's two factors to it, or two phases to it. Number one is the reps that we get together. Number one, the timing that we get offensively, the coverage work that we get defensively. It's not real football. We understand that. We respect that. I know some coaches value it, some don't. We value it tremendously. We're going to get as much 7-on-7 time as we can. Because here's the bottom line. What is it hurting? What is it hurting? Mm-hmm. You know, there's a couple of bad habits that you can develop, and so we make sure that we're coaching those up as things are going. We try to stay to what we do offensively, what we do defensively, and not tailor it to 7-on-7.
Sure. So you're not running 2-yard crossover or linebacker?
No, sir. Okay. So we're trying to, we want to be able to transition to what we're doing here over to football in August. So, it's important to it, the fact that you get out and compete, the fact that, these guys are together out here on a Saturday morning. It means everything in the world to me, man. Take a little road trip over here. It's about 45-minute drive, but we've been to Laredo for a state qualifier, and those are times that we get together and build those bonds. It really is. Now, the second part of that is we actually hope, we're always hoping if we can make it to state, if we can play at some different levels, to see some athleticism that we may not see every week, week in and week out, to see some of that length, some of that athleticism, some of that speed and that size that we may not see every week. That's what I value about making a state. All the reps that we're getting, hey, this is fine, man. We don't have to go to state to get those reps. That's what state does for us. And it has been for us. It's been since 2019. It's been about 6 years now since we've been there. And, and we compete, man. We came out here to qualify today. Sure. And to take a loss early, it was a little disappointing, but also, man, again, it goes back to why do you play? Now we get to see how do we handle adversity.
I was going to say, yeah.
Do we go in the tank and we just say, man, we can't make it now? Or we say, you know what, man, we're going to keep battling. We're going to find a way and see if we can. We don't control our own destiny the rest of the day.
Sure.
So how do we react right now?
And that translates to the fall. You could lose a game early in district play and maybe not have things in your control. But if you can take care of what you can take care of, maybe get a break here or there, you can get right back in the mix again. Right?
And that's exactly, Matt, man, you're hitting the nail on the head, and it's the truth. And again, I'm not here to tell any other coach how to run their program or say, but that's what's best for us, man. Sure. I'm fixing to have a chance to see in the next, 2 or 3 hours, see how our kids react to the adversity of disappointment of losing that football game right now. And so, we'll continue to play 7-on-7 as long as I'm here.
There you go. And one thing I noticed about you guys, some of your better teams have been the teams that have gone to College Station.
Sure.
Some of your better teams in the past that have made playoff runs, those are the teams that also made it to state 7-on-7 and got that experience, right?
There is, Matt. We all know it's not real football. We know that, man.
We miss the big boys. We love to have the big boys out there, right?
Yeah. But do I think there's a correlation between 7-on-7 success and success in the fall? There is some. Sure. There is some. It's not the end-all, be-all. It's not the determining factor. But success in 7-on-7 definitely leads itself going into fall camp and getting into our non-district schedule. Leads ourselves to, hey, we got a winning mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Now, talking about going into the fall, let's talk about spring and summer strength and conditioning a little bit. First off, you got to spring healthy. That's the number one question.
We are. We had one out, but he's already back. So right now we've got a collarbone that went down in Sports Pacific. He fell and went down, and that's it. He'll be ready for fall camp. So going into fall camp, we should be 100% healthy. There you go.
Now, what were some of the things looking ahead to 2025? Maybe what are some positions that guys could potentially win jobs if they have a good summer and show up every day for strength and conditioning and put that work in? What are some position groups that are still up for grabs?
Love the question, because that's something we have talked about nonstop. At the defensive line, we have one starter returning, and we need starters. We need depth. Offensive line, we lost 3 starters. We need starters. We need depth. So the two most accessible right now to step onto the field and play on a Friday night are defensive line and offensive line. Now, spring camp, we found some guys. So we feel like we have a solid 3 now at the defensive line. So now we're looking for depth of that defensive lineman. Who could be that guy to step in, help us win on a Friday night, that's not in a starting role. Offensive line is the same thing. We'd like to see about 2 more guys at the D-line, 2 more at the offensive line. We went into spring, not sure about corner. We came out of spring, man. We're 3, maybe 4 deep at corner right now, man. So we have found some pieces, man. We're really strong at quarterback, really strong at running back. Our linebacking crew, we need depth there, but we're really, really, really good there. And the same thing as safety, man. We're on the top end, man. We've got 2 of the best safeties, and we've had a long history of great safeties. We got 2 really good ones. So it's a combination of.
Never heard a coach tell me he had too many offensive or defensive linemen.
No,
I heard a coach tell me he was complaining about depth there.
We do not. Yeah. We do not, man. But we've made some progress since,
That wind is going just like West Texas out here right now.
Yeah, man.
Hold it up. We're good, Coach. Now, looking at your district as a whole, 16-5A, it's only a 5-team district, but that I think magnifies the importance of those 4 district games to try to get into the playoffs. As you look at your district as a whole, and I know you're familiar with your opponents after playing them last year, how do you, taking yourself out of the mix, how do you see the district shaking out? What are the challenges those guys have?
It's a tough district, and it was last year. Alice was our district champ last year. Alice scored with less than 30 seconds to beat us, and we were the 4th place team. So that shows you how close it was in there, man. Roma took Pioneer to the wall, or they might have beat them last year. They took them to the wall, and Roma missed out and was 5th place. So, Sherryland's got their quarterback back. He's a great looking kid. Alice's quarterback moved over to Flower Bluff. So, good for Flower Bluff. Love Coach Elwood and those little boys up there. But, I'm sure Coach Castellano has somebody else there.
He does a good job there at the Alice Stadium. And they're getting a brand new stadium. So
I know. So we're not going to play them in Alice this year. We're going to play them actually at San Diego High School.
Okay. Vaqueros, there you go.
But it is a tough to myself. I've always loved a big district, man. I like the big 10-team district, man. Play a non-district game, man, and then let's get it on.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. They say cream always rises to the top, man. So I figure when you're playing 9, we're going to get there. We're going to find a way in. And with 5, even though it's a little easier because you only got to beat 1 team to make it in. Still, man, it's a dangerous situation. It's like I told you, Alice scored with 30 seconds left. Sherryland scored with under 3 seconds, or with under 3 minutes left to beat us.
Caught the tiebreaker or something.
Man,
go back. So you're petitioning the UIL right now. Give us an 8 or 9 team district.
Well, I'd prefer that myself, man.
There you go. All right, there you go.
We're gonna play where they land us.
Coach Cepeda, there you go. You heard it from Coach Gilpin.
Coach Cepeda, I'm not telling you how to do your job, man. I promise you.
Now, let's get that. You can just hold that microphone, Coach. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's windy. So your son Landry is on staff there at Mission Vets, former Mr. Texas football winner. He's a coach now.
Yes, sir.
Your daughter, she's a volleyball coach there at Rio Grande City.
Yes, sir.
Coaching is in the family. Now I got to ask you, when you've had a chance to watch your kids coach, are they like you coaching, or do they take after mom a little bit more?
I'm gonna say number 1, they take after mom too. She's a little excitable herself, man. She has some fun, but they both have a tremendous passion for what they're doing. They are fun. We're watching Shania coach volleyball. She is into it, man. She knows her stuff. This is a former All-State player, former D2 player at Texas A&M Kingsville. She's played front row. She's played back row. She knows the game of volleyball, and she's into it, man. And I love sitting and watching. Now, it's hard on me because I don't have any control over anything.
Is it tough watching? Yeah. Because when you're coaching, you've got
the toughest thing in the world.
You've got some control.
Toughest thing in the world.
But being in the stands.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough,
sit
right?
There and cheer,
agonizing
on every point, man. I watch her at home sometimes when they're playing on the road, and they can watch her on TV, and I'm on my feet instead of sitting down. I'm excited to be out there with her. So, it's a lot of fun. Now, Landry, on the other hand, obviously he's coaching with me. Here's the thing that the 2 of them have that I just love: the rapport that they have with the boys and girls, obviously. But their staff also, man. They work well within a staff, man. Both of them are humble, no ego, ready to work and do what's needed.
No job's too small, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And is that advice you would give to any young coach, though? When you're a young coach getting in the profession,
For sure.
If you need to do laundry, be the best at laundry, right? Or whatever those small jobs are, right?
Yeah, there's coaches that have earned coaching jobs on our staff over the last 16 years now that have done that.
Yeah.
They've been there, man. It's a freshman coach just working, just doing everything right. Opportunity comes, man. We're going to give that guy a chance first, man.
Yeah. When you were a young coach, did you ever have to line a field?
I did not.
No, you didn't have to line a field. Okay.
And Tom Landry Stadium, because I've been in Mission now all my life.
It's always had turf?
35 years. No, it didn't. It was grass field. That's what I was going to say. But we had a groundskeeper over there.
Okay.
And obviously, with the turf now. So, no, I've never done that. I'm at that age where a lot of the lot of us had to do that back
Sure,
then,
sure.
but I never did.
Okay. What was the one job as a young coach you had that you just were like, I don't want to say you hated it, but
I can answer that real easy, man. We had a stack of a VCR tape deck like this.
okay.
And we filmed practice, and I had to do the cut-ups, which means I had to put in the master tape and then cut it up to the D-line, to the DBs, to the linebackers,
Yeah.
to the running backs, the receivers. So all the other coaches, I'm in at work, 4 o'clock in the morning doing this, and the other coaches just walk in, pick up their tape, and they're gone. So that was when I was a very young coach. That would have been back in 92, 93, 94, and man, that was tough.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you ever have to drive a long way and trade film?
Oh yeah,
guys?
we did that. We did that when I did my first 2 years when I started in 90 at the junior high, and we advanced scouted ahead of the varsity, so we were ahead of them, and we exchanged tapes. Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay,
nice tape,
there you
nice
go.
athletic tape around them, and pick up the tapes from the other school. So yeah,
A little easier these days. These young guys don't know about that, do they?
Ooh, man, Huddle is special.
Final question for you, and I would actually a request for you. If we have you're a UNT grad,
Absolutely,
and we've got several UNT grads on staff: Miss Pickle, Miss Moreno, and Miss Mallory Hartley. Do you have anything to say to the girls?
I would like to say, first of all, Ashley and Mallory, man, I miss y'all. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Go Mean Green. And love to hear that VNA is also a Mean Green grad, man. So that's 3 of y'all, and that's me. And like I tell Ashley and Mallory, even though we're not all in the same class, I'm class of 1990. We're still Mean Green. So go Mean Green, girls.
There you go. There he is, Coach David Gilpin, the head coach of the Mission Vets Patriots. Coach, as always, appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.